frick, I'm still, oh crap. Wait, why am I doing that? Slash. Alright. Here it is.
Baba Booey.
Oh my god. Oops. I did not mean to do that. That wasn't even like a skit or anything. I just forgot this hole was here. I meant to do that, guys. This machine right here, this bad boy, is responsible for doing cool stuff. Why did I say that so weirdly? You can add any number from 1 to 2096 with any number from 1 to 2096. Look, we got the big numbers. Oh boy. Very, very big, in fact. Very humongous, like really big. Anyways, so you might think that the hardest part of this was making the counting. How to add, or I should say, how you add them together. No, it never is. It never was. The hardest part is freaking wire management. How do you get everything from one place to another in a timely manner? Like, this is the best I could do. It kind of looks like a coil, which is kind of cool. It isn't. You realize redstone torches are kind of your friend, as well as repeaters. Like, Jesus, I could not live without these. The way I designed it was very stupid. Like, look right here. Every single freaking lever is right next to the next lever. The adding and subtraction are only one block apart. It was heck, honestly. Never would want to do that ever again. In fact, I am going to make a better version, like the final calculator, of course, that spaces them out, because final calculator, it won't be an option. I'll have to. Alright, so this is purely addition. This is a start. I've tried to do multiplication and subtraction and division. That stuff isn't mine. All the buildings aren't mine. I did build a wall around this because this frankly scares me. But anyways, I've tried to do subtraction, division, multiplication. None of them work yet. I tried using some designs. This is purely Java. I tried doing my own. It works for multiplication of 2 bits. I tried other people's designs. They also didn't work. Other people's designs also didn't work. I tried, stop that. I tried doing my own subtraction, using a model, a very simplistic model, modeling it, doing it. It didn't work. Number thing, honestly, I have a much better way of doing this. You don't need to care about this. It was so painful. Let me tell you, this is okay. This is the first working prototype of a computer. It looks so sad now that I look back at it. Like, this is tiny. Multiplying any number up to 16 is nothing. I'm sure I'm gonna say that about my other computer, but whatever. So, this one works without any hitches, no glitches, no nothing. That rhymed. I can rhyme on a dime. My rhymes are sublime. So, you know? Wait, what the frick? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Alright, anyways. So, how do you add 2 numbers together? It's actually pretty simple, and I'm going to teach you it right now on the spot. This is what an XOR gate is. An XOR gate only activates when one of its inputs is on. If both of them are on, it does nothing. And of course, if none of them are on, of course. An AND gate only activates when both inputs are on. See? No input. No input. Pretty simple. This is, well, it's just a NOT gate. It's pretty simple. This, wait a minute, that's not supposed to be like that. That's supposed to be like this.
2 hours later.
OR gate. An OR gate activates when one thing or another is there. There. An AND NOT gate. I don't know why that wasn't an AND NOT gate before, but whatever. And an XOR NOT gate, which just... Do you see it? Because I freaking see it. Versus the things. Again. Boom. Boom. Wait a minute. Yeah. There we go. Fixed. I sometimes wonder about my mental health. This thing is poorly designed and bad in every single way. We don't talk about it. That is, the PP cannon. Yeah. Oh yeah, while we're here, this thing is a disappointment and it will never live up to its father's expectations. Horrible, trash, not good, but this boy. This is the magnum opus. This is the big boy. You see, this is not complicated. It's complicated, but it's not complicated in the way you're thinking, is what I'm trying to say. Once you understand the basics of addition in binary numbers, it is the simplest thing you can ever do. So let's teach them. I guess I'm using red wool instead of green, that's fine. Alright, so first of all, it works slightly different from how you do it in your head. You have 2 bits. Starting off, if these are the first 2 bits we're adding, this is a bit that contains either 1 or 0 and a 1 or 0. That will make sense in a second. So, how do we make this addition? You're gonna love this. Alright. Pepe! Pepe! Can you guys stop? They're not gonna stop, they're fighting. Alright. I wanna show you guys something. Freaking look at this. This is I love this. Now, we can compact it further, but like, it's the best this way. We're combining an AND gate and a NOT gate. Or not. We're combining an AND gate and an XOR gate. Alright, guys? So watch this. Boom. Oh, wait. Literally, this is it. This is how you add 2 numbers in Minecraft. I don't know if that'll trigger. Let's move it 1 out. This isn't supposed to be compact, I guess. You know, because, like, I'm teaching you guys. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, bada ba boom. Pow. Alright. Just boom, 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 boom. Wow. Look at that. So, we have both of these are the same value. They're either 1 or 0. We have 1 activated. This activates this thing over there. This is our 1 input. If this lights up, that means it's a 1. So, in a computer, you would connect this to the 1s. If this is the only thing you're doing. If you're doing repeated addition or something, which is actually multiplication, you can do that. But watch what happens if we do 2. Can you tell I haven't done this exact design before? This is completely improv. Boom. If both are lit up, it goes to this instead, which in your calculator would go to the 2 thingamabobber. Isn't this amazing? Like, this right here added 2 things, and it's the simplest thing. XOR gate, AND gate. In fact, I'm cutting this, the rest of this out, because I'm probably gonna be busy for a second. Alright, so, here's what's basically going on. Oh my god, if you were to look this up, this is basically what you would see. The gray is input 1. This is input 2. Alright, so you technically, if you want to think it like this, you're adding them twice. If adding them together only gets 1, then it's 1. If there's only one thing activated, it's 1. If adding them together generates 2 inputs, or it's 2, that means it's 2. Because the AND gate will only activate when both inputs are on. And both inputs are 1, so added together, they're 2. It's really simple, actually. Here's the thing. We don't have to do this once, though. We have to do this many more times. So I'm going to be copy and pasting in this and just cutting this entire thing out. Alright. You might not think this is good or important, but this is a working theoretical calculator. You might wonder though, it has 3 binary inputs. How does it have 4 outputs? Because stupid. If both of these are on, then these are on, it's not that lamp. So what is it? It's that lamp. Boom. So you literally just repeat this pattern forever. Actually, you can see this pattern in my complete machine. Look at the red bits. There's 2 triangles because it got too far out and it was just creating more lag. So I had to bring it back in. There's probably like an optimum amount of times you should bring it in per like thingamabobber, but like, I don't care. Actually, yeah, there probably is, now that I think about it. In terms of time, bringing it back is costly because look at, what is that, 3 repeaters? That's gonna slow it down by 3 ticks. Go tick, 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 tick. That was 4 ticks. Never. Actually, yeah, that is 4. Whatever. So, yeah. But here's the big problem. The big boy problem. The rest of the calculator. This is episode 1, but there is a lot more to be learned about calculators. Actually, wait. I'm gonna interject. More talk about this. Alright, so now I'm going to be teaching you a little bit more about what these inputs mean. You see, these inputs are 1. It's 1. I don't know why it doesn't. Here. These inputs are 1s. These inputs are 2s. Because 1 plus 1 equals 2. And if these are both activated, they combine with this in the same circuit before that. So it's basically like if these were now the 2s over here, if both of these are activated, they go over to here and add with the 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might notice something, or at least the astute of you might notice, and might have noticed it in my calculator before. These are multiples of 2. And that's for a reason. This is binary. What that means is there are 2 inputs to anything. Either on or off. Should represent it more like that. Binary. 2. That only goes up to 1 though. So you have to roll over the equivalent of adding a 0. Taking 10 to 100. In our number language, if you will, over to here. These are 2s. Actually, there's only one state, either 2 or 0. Just like how 100 cannot be 10. You know what I mean? You probably don't. If both of these are on, they're 3. But if there's 2 of these on, well, there's no symbol for that. There's only 1 and 0, which means it has to roll over and do this, which is all of these represented by 1 symbol, a 1, just in the 3rd place. So how you represent this in binary is a string of numbers. Remember, red is 1, gray is 0. Let's say we want to represent the number 6. How do we do that? Well, it's even, so that immediately eliminates the 1's place. If we take 2 from it, it's 2 and 4, which means we write it kind of like how you would write 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6, which means all other inputs are off, and it's only these 2 which are on. Alright, let's try the input 19, alright? 19 is on, which means if we just take 1 from it, it becomes 18. And if we take 2 from it, it becomes 16. Okay, what about 16? Well, obviously, it's not a 4, it's not an 8, but it is 16. Boom! That's what 16 looks like in binary. Let's try one slightly larger. Let's try 21. Again, it's odd, so if we just eliminate 1 from that, we can get a better picture. It's 20. So what do we do with that? Well, if we take 4 away from that, it's 16. We have our 21. Let's try one last number. 39. 39. Alright, if we take one from it, that's 38. If we take 32 from it, which is this little number right here, it becomes 6. And we already know what 6 is. So, boom. It looks more complicated when you look at it afterward. Some people might wonder, why are we really even adding them if we're just turning 1 plus 1 into 2 plus 0? Yes, we are. That's just how we represent it in that language. For example, in the Arabic system, no, it's Hebrew, whatever. In our system, we have 10 symbols that we have. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But once we get to 9, we run out of symbols. So just like in binary, we have to go to the next one. Once we run out of symbols in there, we have to go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. There's 10 symbols in total. And just like how each successive rollover in this are multiples of 2, every rollover in our system is multiples of 10. So they are both the same thing. Because if you think of adding in this case as not really adding, what we're doing as not really adding, then adding in our actual counting language, I gotta come up with a better word for that. Well, that also isn't adding then, because it's still 10 plus 6. Or at least that's how we write it. It's also how you write these. They are their individual number, they're just wrote as 1 plus 4 plus 16. I hope that cleared everything up for you guys. If you have any questions, you can put them down in the comments. I'm kidding, no one watches these videos. Hey, Pepe. We'll talk about what happens when you multiply, divide, and subtract in Logic 8 systems and Redstone in Minecraft. But until further ado, we're done here. I will say, however, once you do it, it's so much more fun. I don't know why. Before, I hated even the idea of doing this, but after, it's really fun. Anyways, goodbye, guys. I don't have an intro.